I guess Cagney was a great exemplar of that because he used to talk about the guys. She was in over 100 movies. You saw her face everywhere. The Blues Brothers, Jerry Lewis films, classic TV shows. But Kathleen Freeman died keeping a secret that Hollywood forced her to hide for 50 years. Her partner Helen watched the media erase their life together. The Oscars forgot her completely. And her final days, she performed on Broadway while hiding something that would have shocked audiences. The woman who made millions laugh was fighting a battle nobody knew about. What really happened will change how you see her. Kathleen Freeman didn't start life like most kids. She was 2 years old when her parents pushed her on stage. Born on February 17, 1923, she became part of her parents' vaudeville act, Dixon and Freeman. This wasn't just a fun hobby. It was full-time work. She had no toys, no playground, no normal childhood. She was dressed up, dragged from one stage to another, and made to sing for strangers in smoke-filled theaters. She later joked about it, saying she sang like she knew what she was doing. But she didn't. She was barely learning to talk. She was being used as bait to keep her parents act alive. That's how low the bar was in the entertainment world. Back then, there were no child labor laws to protect kids like her. Her mother, Jessica Dixon, was already famous. During World War I, she sang for American troops in England, France, and Germany. They called her the overseas girl. Her voice meant something to soldiers far from home. She wasn't just performing at camps. She was part of official efforts to lift spirits across war zones. That legacy shaped the Freeman household. Entertainment wasn't just a job. It was treated like duty, like service to the country. When she married Frank Freeman in 1922, they passed that pressure on to Kathleen. Singing and performing weren't optional. It was the family way, and Kathleen was expected to carry it on, no matter her age. But what made her upbringing even darker was her father. Frank Freeman was deeply involved in minstrel shows, one of the most racist forms of entertainment in American history. In 1918, he led a group called Freeman's 40 Musical Minstrels. He wore blackface. He told jokes based on harmful stereotypes. He was even an in-man in Lou Dockstader's Minstrels, one of the biggest minstrel groups of that time. That meant he was front and center getting laughs from cruelty. Later, he and Jessica performed together in black and tan routines. Him in blackface, her in lighter makeup, and young Kathleen was right there with them. She grew up surrounded by racism, disguised as comedy. Eventually, they changed their act's name to the Van Gordons, probably to escape the rising shame around minstrel shows. Things finally shifted when Kathleen turned 10. She said she got caught, meaning someone finally realized she wasn't in school. She had spent 8 years living like an adult, traveling, performing, working, night after night. Authorities stepped in and made her go to school. Her parents didn't stop it. They were forced to. For Kathleen, it wasn't a rescue. She saw it as an interruption. That's how deep the damage ran. She thought of her stolen childhood as a career. As vaudeville collapsed in the late 1920s and early 1930s, her parents grew desperate. Their earnings had dropped fast from $225 a week to just $10 or $15 a night. But they didn't give up the stage. They packed up and headed to Los Angeles chasing a dying dream. It wasn't a smooth transition. It was survival. The Great Depression had begun. Money was tight. Kathleen's mother started teaching voice lessons. Her father became president of the California Artists Protective Association. These weren't dream jobs. They were last resorts. Kathleen once again had to adjust. New city, new scene, same chaos. Her needs still came second to her parents' obsession with performing. As she got older, Kathleen wanted something different. She studied music at UCLA. Her dream was to become a classical pianist. She trained hard. She focused on concert performance. Her mother supported this, seeing it as a respectable path. Kathleen studied piano and composition seriously. She didn't plan on comedy. She wanted to sit at a grand piano, not stand under stage. Lights cracking jokes. That training stayed with her, though. It helped later in her acting career, especially in roles where she played musicians. But then everything changed. She was still in college when she acted in a play. When she delivered a line, the audience laughed. She hadn't meant to be funny, but that laugh hit her like lightning. She later said, "A terrible thing happened. I opened my mouth and got a laugh, and the whole thing was over." That moment killed her dream of classical music. She had found something more powerful. She chased that laughter. Instead, from that day forward, she became a comedian. After college, she joined the Circle Players in Los Angeles. It was a theater group started by UCLA students. They did theater in the round, a rare format back then. The group gained international fame. Kathleen became a core member. The Circle Players launched the careers of actors like William Shallard, Ellen Corby, Barbara Bain, and Harvey Korman. Eventually, Kathleen helped create offshoot groups like the Players Ring and Gallery Theater. She kept live theater going in Los Angeles year-round. That experience became the foundation of her entire acting life. Then came Hollywood. In 1948, she made her film debut in The Naked City. It was a groundbreaking crime film shot mostly in real New York locations. She had just one line to read about the bathtub murder. It was short but important. The film later won 2 Academy Awards and was added to the U.S. National Film Registry for its cultural value. That tiny role helped talent scouts notice her. From there, she never stopped. The connection between Kathleen Freeman and Jerry Lewis was no ordinary working relationship. Starting in 1954 with Three Ring Circus, Freeman became a fixture in Lewis's career. She appeared in around a dozen of his films over the next 46 years, from Artists and Models in 1955 to The Nutty Professor in 1963 and The Disorderly Orderly in 1964. Her presence became familiar to Lewis' fans. Their last collaboration came